Good evening, everybody. My name is Raul Sanchez. I am one of the admissions counselors here at Whitworth University. We're glad that you are joining us today for our transfer overview for students that are looking to transfer over to Whitworth University. So I am an admissions counselor that works specifically with students within the state of Washington, outside of the Spokane area. So if you are a student from the state of Washington, welcome. I am your admissions counselor. I actually was a transfer student when I went through the college process, decided to go to a community college in my hometown and then transfer over to a 4 years. So I got a little bit of understanding of what the experience might be like as you're figuring out how your credits are going to transfer, how much time it's going to take, what are there things to do, how can I acclimate and get connected to campus as soon as I get there. And so some of the things we want to share today is just information about Whitworth, the application process, next steps, anything within that. So we're going to encourage you to ask a lot of questions throughout the presentation. But before I get started with the presentation, I want to go ahead and ask my colleague here, Lisa, to introduce herself.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for being here. I'm also an admissions counselor here at Whitworth, and I have the honor to work with transferring students. So I work with students primarily in the Spokane area. So any of the community colleges of Spokane, that would be me. But I also work with out-of-state students. So if you're from out of the state, wonderful, welcome. We're so glad that you're here. I too was a transfer student when I attended Whitworth University, and I went to a community college as well. I only did 1 year, so I transferred my sophomore year. And boy, that was a great decision for me. I had a really wonderful experience. I majored in psychology. So if you're a student that's interested in psychology, we can connect after the presentation. So I'll be here to answer any questions that come up via the chat. So just ask away if anything comes up, but I'll leave it up to Raul here to lead us into the meeting.
Thank you very much, Lisa. And so with that, I want you all to be able to participate throughout this webinar as well. As I mentioned, any questions you have, the chat feature is going to be great, our Q&A feature as well. And for the first thing, we want to make sure you're able to utilize this toolbox. So first off, let's go ahead and utilize the chat feature. If you want to go ahead and open that up on the bottom of your screen, go ahead and type in your first name and where home is for you. I'll give you a couple seconds to participate within that. Well, nice to see you all here. Welcome. Glad to have you here with us. And so we see we have a couple people joining us. So thank you. With that, feel free to use the webinar chat if you have any questions. Utilize that opportunity for that as well. Next is the raise your hand feature. And so with that, I would like to go ahead and have you all participate within that as well. Go ahead on the bottom. I'm going to ask you a question. Raise your hand if you're from inside the state of Washington. Awesome. We've got one of you with us, a few of you with us. That's great. Thank you. And I'm assuming the rest of you are most likely from out of state. Great. And with that, I do want to ask, how many of you, is this your first year you are in community college? This is your first year you're doing college either somewhere else. You just graduated from high school last year. Looks like I'm going to go ahead and assume that the rest of you are, this is your second year. You've done community college already for a while, so that's great to know. You're here to learn a little bit more about next steps. You're getting prepared to hopefully get your AA degrees, complete your program as you're moving on into your next steps. And I'm glad you're considering Whitworth University in this process. We'll go ahead, and the last thing is that Q&A feature. That one I encourage you to utilize the most because Lisa is here to help support us with guiding us through any questions you may have. She's going to bring up to my attention any questions you have as I'm going through the presentation. So please feel free to utilize these. You may see some responses in the chat, either by written response or Lisa's going to ask me them in person. So make sure to go ahead and utilize that chat. And for those of you that are joining in, welcome. We're glad to have you here with us. And so we'll go ahead and jump into the presentation. When choosing a college or university, figuring out where you're going to go, the mission is going to be very important for you all to understand and know about a college. This is really what's going to help you figure out what is it the school's trying to do. How is it that they're going to support you? What are their intentions to make sure you're going to be successful? For Whitworth University, our mission is to provide our diverse student body an education in mind and heart. We want to equip our graduates to honor God, follow Christ, and serve humanity. We do this with our community of Christian scholars that are dedicated to excellent teaching and the integration of faith and learning. We really like to share our mission to a lot of students. We really live that out, whether us as staff members, our professors, our students, whatever that may be. We encourage students to really connect with the community, to really embrace that mission. And I really want to reiterate that you don't have to be a Christian student to attend Whitworth. You can come from all sorts of religious faith, background, affiliation, whatever that may be, but we are here to support you within that mind and heart education while you're at Whitworth. We know you want to dive into some information about who we are. What is Whitworth all about? What is the size? Things like that. Well, definitely Whitworth is a place where you belong. You will see we have an average of about 2,200 undergraduate students. We're very intentional about that number. We are a small campus community compared to other schools, where you see medium schools have an average of 10,000 students and larger universities have an average of 20,000 students or more. So we're definitely on that smaller end, intentional, because we want to make sure you can access all the resources available to you. We want to make sure you're going to be successful. We want to make sure you can connect with your professors inside and outside the classroom. And that's why we have an 11-to-1 student to faculty ratio. Our professors really enjoy looking forward to really connecting with their students, really to support you so you can pass all your classes. None of the professors I know of really try to make exams that are difficult for everyone, and they're not proud if somebody's failing their exam. They really want you to get the knowledge and experience from your education. They really want you to adapt to that. They even provide office hours that you can meet with them outside the classroom, even opportunities with Dine with the Mind, really great way to connect and build that relationship with your professors. And especially with 90% of our classes being fewer than 30 students, you really do get to participate inside the class with the class discussion, the lectures, group assignments, anything within that. You really do get to learn from one another. And so that's where I really want to highlight, if you're someone that likes to blend into the crowd, not be noticed, miss some classes without the professor recognizing, Whitworth is definitely not going to be the place for you, because you really will be able to be recognized. Professors really will reach out to you too. If you're missing class, they really want you to not miss any of the material as well. And because the classroom sizes are so small, you really do get to have that hands-on experience within classrooms, really that knowledge and experience you're getting within that. And we've been ranked #1 best undergraduate teaching in the US by the US News and World Report ranking. For those of you that don't really look into the rankings within that, that just means that our professors are really putting students first. They really want to make sure their teaching is top-notch. They want to make sure they put that before their own research. We don't have any student teachers, any within the class. It is all professors that are teaching, that are lecturing within the class, and you really are getting the best bang for your buck essentially from that. We even have over 100 different majors and programs. I encourage you to go ahead and submit into the chat. What are you interested in? What major or programs are you looking for? I will say that while you are typing into the chat to see what more information you want to know about different majors, we tend to see some of the popular ones be psychology, business, education, health sciences, even the pre-med area, computer science, engineering tends to be some of the ones up there, as well as English. And so whatever ones you are interested in, we will make sure you are prepared to take those classes here at Whitworth. We want to make sure that you know a tentative timeline of how much it's going to take for you to complete. Hopefully by this time that you're applying to different schools as you're looking to transfer and have your AA degree, you have an idea of what you want to major in and what programs. We really do provide our students the opportunities to connect with our professors, even before they decide to deposit, secure their spot at Whitworth. You as an admitted student, if you've applied, can be connected with any of our professors on campus. Reach out to us, let us know, and we'll provide you that support and resource. But really within academics, we want you to be successful during your time here and even beyond as well. We want to prepare you to go into graduate school, go into your careers, any jobs you're looking into after graduating from Whitworth. And we really do provide that support and resources while you are here. We also have great experiential learning opportunities. We know learning doesn't just happen inside the classroom. 74% of our students are participating in credit-bearing experiential learning opportunities. So you really are going out either into internships, volunteer, whether that's whatever that may be for you to get that hands-on experience or learning. Even on-campus jobs really provide you the opportunity to build up your resume, your critical thinking skills, get your knowledge and experience that employers are looking for when hiring college graduates. I don't know how many of you, if you want to raise your hand, how many of you are interested in study abroad? But we know with your timing, it could be short, maybe 2 or 3 years as a transferring student. 45% of our students did participate in study abroad opportunities from our graduating class of 2022. And the great thing about Whitworth is we provide what's called a Jan term. So whether you're really focused on your classes, your academics to be done in time, you really can fit in study abroad opportunities or even study away within the United States as well to do that experiential learning. Go travel the world, travel the country, get that experience for a couple of weeks, fit that in within your Jan term, and still graduate on time. Even 97% of our students are participating in service learning. We want our students to give back to the community. We want them to grow within that. We want you to adapt your knowledge and experience that you're getting from Whitworth to go and give back to your own communities, to the Spokane communities, so many different opportunities to be able to connect with our Spokane area as well. We also know another aspect of when you're looking for a different college or university is that student life piece. We know that you want to get connected and involved. We know that academics isn't just the only thing, and we hope it's just not the only thing. We know that the experiences you'll get, the connections you make with other students on campus really is going to be important. At Whitworth, we really do focus and embrace diversity, equity, and inclusion. We want you to feel comfortable about your background, where you come from, who you are, what you bring in with your intersecting identities at Whitworth. We really want you to be able to feel included, that you belong, be able to share that with other people, share who you are, where you're coming from as well, all that diversity that you're bringing in as well. But we also want you to learn about other people's cultures, identities, where they come from as well. While you don't necessarily get to pick who you're going to work with when you go into a different career job, you do get to choose how you respect one another, how you move forward towards a common goal to be able to be successful in that regard as well. Residential learning, if you're looking to live on campus, that's going to be a great opportunity for you to connect within the residence halls, be able to have that opportunity to really build that community connection and have that resource and support. If you're moving away from home from a distance, it's a really great way to be able to do that for at least a semester, a year. I will let you know that Whitworth does require students within their first 2 years of graduating from high school to live on campus. And so there's some exceptions that could be if you're living at home with a parent or anything like that, but we really do like to provide students the opportunities for that support. As research has shown that students living on campus for the first few years really does have that support and opportunity for success as well. We have a very active student body, whether you're looking to get involved in different clubs, different activities, as well as get involved in student government. So many different things within that available, whether you're interested in different culture clubs, gaming clubs. I do want to highlight our student investment group. You don't have to be a major in business to participate in our student investment group. Every year they get $100,000 from our Whitworth Endowment Fund. Invest that into the stock market and different things. And this is a student-led group advised by a professor that's always making a profit every year for our students to get more scholarships. So really fun, different opportunities within that for different activities and clubs. And the arts is for everyone, whether you're interested in music, art, theater, really great opportunities, whether you major in them or not, to participate and even get scholarships for them as well. If you are interested in anything music or theater related and not want to major in those, I encourage you to submit your application for scholarships before February 1st. You will also need to apply. We'll talk a little bit more about the application process soon, but really it's a great way for you to get additional funding, cover your costs while you're at Whitworth, and still participate if you want to be part of our music ensemble, backstage production, theater, anything within that. And if you're looking to play sports at Whitworth, we are part of the Division III within our athletics. And so with that, we are very competitive against other schools within similar size within our region. We've been provided the All Sports Trophy for 12 consecutive years now. And so with that, that really highlights the top-notch coaches and excellent training facilities we are providing our students here at Whitworth University, as well as a great education while you're participating in athletics. Let me know if there's any questions that come up. We really want to provide you the support and resources, but if you're getting all the information you need right now, that is great as well. With that, campus ministry and spiritual life is another big aspect of Whitworth University. We want students to get connected within chapel services. We want you to get involved with campus ministry, whether it's on campus, different opportunities within that, and there's clubs available too that really connect you within that. We don't have any worship services specifically on Sundays that happen on Whitworth campus, but we do have opportunities for you to connect within the Spokane community. We like our students to go out and participate in any worship services they like to do. There's even shuttle services at times, groups that come together to be able to go and do that. And with that, we do share all this information as an opportunity for students to choose to participate in these things. It is not an obligation for you to go to chapel services twice a week, although during that time, there are no classes that are going on. And within that, it tends to be standing room at times too, because of how many people attend. So you're more than welcome to join in. We see a good number of students that really participate in all the different things of campus ministry and spiritual life. We see another percentage of students that go on occasionally and others that don't go at all. It really is up to you on how you want to get involved and connected within spiritual life. And we are located in Spokane, Washington. While we may be the second largest city in the state of Washington, it really doesn't feel like it's a big city like Seattle. It actually feels more like a spread out, smaller style city where you're not going to get lost. We have a population of about 745,000 within the region, but it doesn't really feel like there's that many people. It does feel though like there's a lot of things you can do on in the Spokane region. Whether you want to go visit one of our beautiful parks, we have 76 different lakes, rivers, and hiking trails, all within 15 miles of Spokane if you love the outdoors. We even have 3 different ski resorts really close to Whitworth as well. So if you like the outdoor activities, really great opportunities to do that. And we subsidize a lot of outdoor activities with rental equipment and things like that with our Whitworth Outdoors program. We are in all 4-season climate. So I will tell you, in the summer, it does get hot. In the winter, it does get really cold. We've actually had some snow, but right now it's been about 40 degrees. So you can see the variation at times where it can get cold, warm, or somewhere in between as well. But really, it's never a dull moment when you're in Spokane to experience all 4 seasons. With that, Whitworth has a beautiful 200-acre campus located 10 minutes north of downtown Spokane. So it's in its own secluded area, but it really is connected to a lot of different things. You've got different shopping centers, restaurants that are about 5 to 10 minutes away from Whitworth within a driving distance or walking distance as well. Any questions about anything else, please let us know in the chat. Always going to encourage that because for us, there's no such thing as a dumb question. With that, I want to dive into the application process. For you to submit an application to Whitworth, it is completely free. We don't charge you anything to submit it. You can submit your application through our own website, whitworth.edu/apply, or the common application. Either one, whatever works for you, is going to be a great resource. All we need is your college transcripts from all the schools you've obtained college credit from. What that also means is you don't have to order official transcripts. For the purposes of applying to Whitworth, please save your money. Go ahead and access your college transcripts from your student portals from the schools you've attended. If you ever need any help or assistance of obtaining those transcripts, unofficial ones, you can always reach out to your school's registrar's office to get that support and resource. But with that, we know some of you are still taking college courses. You're still planning to take classes maybe until the end of winter quarter, spring semester, maybe even the summer semester, summer quarter as well. We want to let you know you don't have to wait until you're done with college classes to apply to Whitworth. We can continue to review your application on an ongoing basis, where if you've been accepted into Whitworth with your current grades, all we need is updated transcripts later on so we can upgrade your scholarships, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But with that, you can always send us updated transcripts. We won't need official transcripts until you decide to attend Whitworth. But with that, we really just encourage you to submit your application soon with the classes you have available. We see a good number of students coming in with their positive grade trend. We know that taking college courses sometimes may not yield A's all the time, or even some B's at times. And so with that, we really just encourage you to work hard. We want to see you be able to be successful during your college courses so you can be successful at Whitworth. And that's what we look for in your admissions application. A writing sample or essay and academic recommendations are optional, but we do encourage you to submit a writing sample or essay if your grades maybe aren't looking so well, but you know you can do better than that. With that, we always like to read about your background experiences, things that your experiences or whatever that may be. We really just like to learn more about who you are and where you come from within those essays, but totally optional because we know it can be a very busy time for you as you're completing your college courses. Some deadlines to keep in mind. We are what's known as an early action school. So what that means is that the earlier you submit your admissions application, the earlier you get to know if you've been accepted into Whitworth. While our January 15th early action 1 deadline is coming up in 5 days, we encourage you to submit your application soon so you can be accepted as early as possible and know if you've been accepted. We encourage you to submit the FAFSA or the WASFA. The free application for federal student aid is a great resource to see if you qualify for federal or state financial aid. It also gives us an opportunity to see if you qualify for Whitworth grants as well. Really, we want to provide you as much resources and support to make Whitworth affordable within that. And so if you complete your FAFSA before February 1st, we will start providing you a financial aid offer in February. Great way to know and see what your total cost of attendance is going to be at Whitworth, what resources are available, and what's the remaining cost for you. Excuse me. With that, other deadlines are there. If you want to wait till March 15th or July 1st, you are more than welcome to apply to those. It will just take a little bit longer for us to provide you an admissions decision, but we encourage every transferring student to submit their enrollment deposit before August 1st if you're deciding to attend Whitworth. Probably also wondering how your credits are going to transfer over to Whitworth University. Will they transfer over? One thing I will let you know is that as long as you get a C or higher in those courses and they're level 100 or higher courses, they will transfer over into Whitworth University. Now, specifics as to what courses they will transfer into Whitworth as a specific course or different areas, that'll take a little bit more of a progress for us to work with students. So we encourage you to submit an admissions application if you want to know more about how your credits will transfer. Lisa and I are more than happy to help you through that process as well. But if you want to get a jump start on that before that, we have a great resource known as Transferology that you can go on, create a profile there for yourself, and be ready to select what classes you've taken and see how they'll transfer over. We will tell you that not every class is going to be listed on there, which is why Lisa and I will be a great resource to be able to support you through that process to see how your credits will transfer in. Also, if you took any AP, IB, any of those tests for credits that you've taken in high school, you could always go to our website, whitworth.edu/test for credits, test-for-credits. So that way you can see how they, if you've earned any credits from Whitworth with those test scores, and you'll just need to send the score report over to us from the collegeboard.org. Another program for those of you in the state of Washington, I highly encourage you to look into and sign up for is our Pirate Pathways. This is a great resource for students in Washington State, as well as for those of you attending North Idaho College. Great opportunity for you to sign up and earn a $1,500 scholarship renewable every year for up to 4 years that you're at Whitworth. With that, we guarantee admission applicants with a 3.0 plus cumulative GPA who meet all other requirements to be admitted into Whitworth. You'll have quarterly meetings with us to talk about your credits, how they transfer in, connect you with professors to learn more about your program, how long it may take, as well as we encourage you to submit this application before the February 15th deadline. To participate in Pirate Pathways, you do not need to be an admitted student. We encourage you to sign up for that. Really great opportunity to get the support, no commitment whatsoever should you sign up for that program. You can look it up online, just type in Whitworth University Pirate Pathways, and you will see it on the first thoughts of the search. You're also probably wondering the cost of attendance. How much is it going to cost to attend Whitworth? As you will see here, our tuition, fees, room and meals do add up to a total of $62,090 for students that are attending this academic year. I do want to let you know that no one ever pays that full price, including transferring students. We provide 100% of our students do receive financial aid. And so with that, every admitted student will get a university scholarship based on your academics. As a transferring student, we use your grades from all of your college courses taken during your time that you've taken, that you've attended a community college or any other college or university. The range can be from $16,000 to $30,000, renewable every year for up to 4 years, even if you don't need that entire 4 years. Really great opportunity to have that support necessary too. And as well as an on-campus housing grant of $4,000. If you decide to live on campus, that $4,000 is available to you for every year you decide to live on campus. Really great opportunity to offset the cost of attending Whitworth as well with that. As I mentioned, music, art, theater is part of our talent participation scholarships, as well as speech and debate, young life, anything within that, media as well. Great opportunities to earn $1,000 or up, depending on the different talent participations within that. For students in the state of Washington who have the college-bound scholarship and a 3.0 GPA, we will guarantee your tuition covered with the Whitworth Bound Promise. That means anything of your federal, state, or Whitworth scholarships and grants that don't cover your tuition, we will cover the rest every year as long as you have the college-bound scholarship. We even encourage you to come visit campus during our Why Whitworth Visit events. Our Bucks Bound too, if you're looking to attend this fall, really great opportunity for you to earn $1,000 towards your first year at Whitworth. And once again, that Pirate Pathways is going to be a great resource or opportunity for you to earn $1,500 renewable every year for up to 4 years as well. There's also going to be federal state funding based on the FAFSA if you may qualify for it. So many different resources to make Whitworth affordable. And we really want to work with you through that process. But the best way to get that started is to submit an admissions application to Whitworth. So with that, we've shared quite a bit of information with you all today. We know there's a lot that goes into transferring. We want to make sure that you can adapt into coming into Whitworth smoothly, especially during our orientation process in the first year. You'll have different opportunities to connect with prospective students, even sometimes current students as well, especially those transferring as well. And we even have you participate in a 1-credit transfer seminar where you really can get connected and acclimated to campus as well. With that, Lisa, is there anything else I should add or you want to share with students at this time?
Nope, I think it's a lot to process. I think as you explore other schools and everything, just kind of look for those things that are important to you, whether that's a smaller classroom or a bigger kind of setting. Just really find something that will just fit for you. Like Raul said, we're all about a very cohesive community. So if that's kind of what you're looking for, I think Whitworth will be a really good place for you. As for now, Raul, I don't see any questions, but please ask some questions in the group chat if there's anything, in the Q&A portion, if there's anything that you might think of or you're just wondering about. We really try and touch on all the things that a lot of transferring students have questions on, but we're always available for email as well.
Well, I do want to say if there's any questions, please feel free to utilize the Q&A. Aside from that, we'll hang out here for the next few minutes if you have any questions. But that is all the information we have for you today. Just want to say thank you very much for your time hanging out with us for the last 30 minutes to chat a little bit about the transferring process. I will also encourage you, we do have opportunities for you to connect with us through Zoom if you want to have one-on-one meetings. We even do set up financial aid meetings after you get your financial aid offer to chat a little bit more about that, and see what other things we can do to make sure we are supporting your process if you decide to attend Whitworth. But once again, thank you very much for your time. We'll hang out for the next few minutes, but take care.